Forcing herself to stay calm, she considered her options. Walking along the tracks was out of the question. That was the way Orson would come when he discovered she was gone. The road had to lead somewhere, though. All she needed to do was follow it. The question was, which way? And how far would she have to go before she found help? Before she could decide, the wind snatched her hat off her head and blew it around the far side of the building. She ran after it, but as she rounded the corner of the station, her cloak tangled around her feet and she fell to the ground. A loud noise brought her head up, and a terrified scream froze in her throat at the sight of hooves suspended in the air above her. There was a sharp pain on the side of her head, and then nothing. Chapter 1.
Do you think we'll get home before it rains, Pa?
Josh Cantrell eyed the huge black thunderclouds.
I forgot my slicker.
Cole gave his son a sardonic look.
I thought you told Grandma Kate.
His words were lost as the horse Josh was riding shied violently and then reared into the air with a terrified whinny. Josh somehow managed to stay in the saddle, but instead of trying to bring the horse safely down onto all 4 feet again, he appeared to be trying to turn the animal while it was still rearing.
Don't pull his head to the side, Josh,
Cole Cantrell yelled.
You're throwing him off balance.
Cole watched in parental agony as his 9-year-old son fought for control of the huge stallion. The way Josh was twisting the animal's head could be disastrous. If Black should overbalance and fall. A sudden scream rent the air as the horse finally came down, and Josh's shoulder twisted backwards at an impossible angle. Cole was off his horse in a heartbeat. Seconds later, he was supporting Josh and holding Black, trying to quiet the frightened animal.
Hang on, son. You did just fine.
Josh buried his face on his father's chest.
Is she all right? Who? Oh, hell.
For the first time, Cole saw the limp form lying in the dust on the road. Josh lifted his head and gazed at the blood welling from a gash above her temple.
Is she dead, Pa?
I don't know. I'll find out as soon as I get you off this horse. Can you hold on for a minute?
Yeah, I think so.
Josh struggled to stay upright. Cole led the 2 horses to the hitching rack behind the station before looking at his son's injured arm.
Looks like a dislocated shoulder.
As gently as he could, Cole pulled Josh from the saddle and laid him on the ground.
Rest now. I'm going to check on the woman.
At first, he thought she was dead. Her face, covered with blood from her wound, was pale and strangely calm. Cole sighed with relief when he felt the pulse fluttering in her throat. He pulled out his handkerchief and dabbed futilely at the blood, still welling from the cut. She could bleed to death if he didn't find some way to stop it. He did a quick mental inventory of the meager supplies he and Josh had with them. There was nothing he could use for a bandage.
Sorry about this, ma'am,
he said, flipping up the edge of her skirt and tearing a flounce from her petticoat. He ripped the material into pieces, folded them into a thick pad, and tied it tightly to her head with a long strip of cloth. It wasn't very pretty, but the pressure did seem to slow the bleeding. A roll of thunder reminded Cole of the approaching storm. It wouldn't be long before it hit. He returned to Josh's side.
I'm sorry,
he said as he gently smoothed back the hair from his son's forehead.
This is going to hurt.
Josh nodded, his face white but determined. Cole carefully probed the arm and shoulder with gentle fingers. Praying that he was doing the right thing, he pulled Josh's arm with a quick jerk. Josh screamed in agony as the joint slipped back into place. Gathering the boy in his arms, Cole patted his back.